I actually had no idea. I'm not gonna lie, but here you are, and here we are.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a follow or whatnot. That's all good because there's a couple people in my actual following that I'm offline a lot of the time, and then as soon as I pop online, even though I'm offline, they know.
Oh yeah, they be here.
Yeah, not even ops. It's just like uh, social butterflies.
Fair enough.
All right, let me see here. I know you remember said we were talking about the battle hour. I can go over that.
Yeah, I did want to chop it up about the battle hour, man.
Let me think, and then we can backlog it for later. But I can still talk about. I can talk about the What was I gonna say? What the bum thing, and then did you see Battle? It's a very niche. Will look kind of like an indie game that was coming out. It's called Battle Manga.
I did not, unfortunately.
Oh,
I wish I did
oh,
more
okay.
research on it, but I can do some research soon. I did not, I didn't do too much into it.
Oh, okay. All right, no worries. I'm trying to think because I would talk about Street Fighter, but I still got to finish collecting my notes about Alex, and then also going into what's it, Ingrid. So I
Oh
don't really
yeah,
have a
I've
lot.
been seeing the Street Fighter people talk about that shit.
Mm-hmm. What else was there? I mean, I guess it can just be those two for right now. I don't really got to force it. Topics will come as they will come as they come.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it.
All right, let me know when you're set to go, and then I'll go on ahead and settle on in.
All right, bet. I think I'm ready now. To be honest, I'm in a very low key intense match, but I'm almost kind of done a little bit.
Sure. What kind of match you looking into?
Man, I'm playing some DBFZ, bro. It's very oh, I should have did that. It's very do or die right now. This guy's playing Nappa Ginyu Baby.
Set play and neutral control. So it sounds like the nigga don't want you to really be doing anything unless he tells you to.
Yeah, it is very it's a little scary. Oh, did he get me? Hold on. Does this kill? Does this kill? Yes, sir. All right, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Woo, shit. Sorry, you've been
All
fucking
right.
my shit up. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. GG's, bro.
What did he have point?
He had Napa on point, dude. He had Napa on point.
With baby behind.
Was Ginyu second? Baby anchor all B assist.
I can't even remember Nappa's B assist. For
It's
baby
the
B at
shoulder,
anchor,
I
that
think,
sounds right.
or not like the shoulder, but you know the guard point move.
Oh, okay, okay. That hammer down thing, I think. Oh, the elbow kick.
Yeah. Woo, man, that shit was fucking scary. I'm not gonna lie. I got on for a little casual, little warm up or
That,
something. Ooh,
that does sound like an intense game.
that shit was kind of scary. Um, so I kind of want to pick your brain about who you thought might make it to the top four for the LCQ. You can even tell me who you think might win if you have somebody you're banking on. But I want to know if you had anybody who you thought might at least hit top four of the LCQ.
For my top four for LCQ, so I predict for the top finalists, I predict will be Goichi, Hikari, Wawa, and either Wade or Gropus. I haven't decided fully yet. That are
No,
going to
not
be
for
like the
the.
top finalists
Wait, are
of
they
the endgame.
participating in the? No, I'm talking about for the eighth spot.
Oh, for the eighth spot. Oh, well, hang on. Let me take a lookie over here. I got to try and see who actually has all the spots currently set.
I
I
think
was just
most of
thinking
those
about who was
people
going to
do
win it.
have the spots though. I think because I think it's what is this? Hikari Wade, Sonic Goichi, Wawa. I'm missing some people. Hikari, of course. There's a seventh person I'm missing. Who is this? Not
Oh, here we go.
Kazunoko.
Geo1, yeah, Geo1, Sonic Fox, Wawa, Yasha, Gropius, Wade,
Yasha.
Hikari. And so we're waiting on number 8. I don't know who the 8th qualifier is. That's who's going in right now for the LGQ in order to try and get it. If I have to
Yes.
put money on it from what I've seen in the preview of that bracket, I feel it could be Zane.
Yeah.
Because Zane, because Zane, in my opinion, is actually better having dropped DBFZ than when he was actually taking it seriously.
Why you say that?
There's nothing to worry about. There's no strings attached for performance issue.
So he
He
can just
either gets it
plug
done or
and
he gets it
play.
done.
Yep.
Yeah. And for a Zamasu dude, Zamasu touches you, you're dead from anywhere.
That's true.
And with a souped up Beerus and whatever option C is that he has, it was always his Beerus and Zamasu that do really good work as like a unified shell for the way he does his Zamasu neutral and his Zamasu routing optimization choices, where he just gets the setups that he wants just from playing the neutral that he needs. And he's always meter positive on everything. So if I had to guess, just because like in a big time situation like this before, it could possibly be him. I have to also see who else was in there because garlic bread is another possibility. But at the
I don't think
same time,
Garlic's there
garlic
though,
bread hasn't.
unfortunately.
Same, because I haven't seen him actually like play in quite a while, so I can't say yay or nay. And even then, after all this time, I don't feel like he would be able to like give the performance that he himself wants.
Yeah, that guy really seems like he wants his shit like together when he plays. I love watching Garlic play though.
Yeah. Let me see here. Oh, here we go. I got a ticket here for all the entrants over here. So let's see. There's Tyler Batman, Silver Tabby, KJ Pixel. Okay, I'll give KJ a nod. He might be able to pull this one out.
Yeah, KJ is low key who I feel like is gonna be like KJ Zane, and then low key because it's my guy, but also because he is pretty dope. I feel like if Saturn does like really good and he doesn't run into anybody super crazy, he could definitely be up there. Like if he's really locked in.
Saturn could also pull it out of the hat. I'm not knocking it. He could surprise some people. Or if he can't pull this out, I can see him getting a top 8 and really making a name for himself on the offline circuit in a clutch situation such as this. That
Mm-hmm.
same sentence I can also say for my boy Student.
Yeah, yo, Student. I've been watching Student recently. He's been at the HOC a lot. Student's pretty dope, bro. I'm not gonna lie. And Gotenks is
Yeah.
always a scary character.
Yeah, it's his character. It's not his main character, but it is his key character. His key character before Gotenks was usually between Krillin and 18.
Mm. Krillin's a super dope character too. I love Krillin, bro. Just
Mm-hmm.
aesthetically, just I don't know all of that.
Because he started out as a Piccolo player, and then he moved from Piccolo into more of Android 18, and then just went back and forth between 18 and Krillin. So like he went around the horde in the mix department in order to really understand the premise of like higher level thinking in neutral spacing, movement, and what the characters really do in all these situations in like area 1, area 2, area 3 on the field.
Hmm.
Let me see who else is over here. Yeah, I said Zane, Sir Docs. I don't know that
I
one.
seen Silence play a little bit. I know he's a good Broly.
Silence has potential. Silence could possibly pull this out. I don't know with all the other names that are here
Yeah, I don't have
how
enough
well he can
info
get
about
that
him.
in. Silence I played with for years.
Really?
Silence was like a really good competitor and a lot of stuff that I've seen coming up in the years. Yeah, under his old name. Silence was a really good competitor in a lot of these scenes, and then the more consistent he had, and then kind of having that one or two like breakout points, he was
Right.
able to just systemically up his game and then become that key player. Like he did really good for like modern day base Goku play, very exceptional for base Goku play. Did very good for Broly and Gogeta play. He does well for himself in a lot of in the adverse department. How those shells or those characters and like shells all cohesively work together, and also
Hmm.
still being a former like Master Videl in his own right. So I could definitely put him in here. I could put him in a top 8. I think he could top 8 this ticket. I don't know if he can win it, but I think he can top 8 it.
I'm
Who else
trying
is
to think.
here?
Who else is here?
Midnight Citizens. I have not seen Citizen play, but I heard that they are really good.
I see CD
Butter
Mangaka
God.
is there. I know he plays a lot of games. I don't know how good he is at DBFZ.
Oh, mangaka. Oh, that's my boy.
Yeah, I watch him a
He's
lot
another
for
one of the
Granblue.
TO family.
Really?
He's one of the secondary originators of fusions and yeah, of just double fusions. He's another one of the originators of that. He's a really good Zeno out there that does that applies that team shell pretty nicely and very annoyingly. Let's see, D'Angelo could be, Alekovic could
D'Angelo is
be.
definitely pretty good. I know Alekovic has been playing like for a while now.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know
he's an
how
OG
like
West Coaster.
yeah, that's
Alekovic
a
can get
guy
it
I've been
done.
seeing for a minute.
Alekovic could get it. Alekovic could pull it. Alekovic or D'Angelo, either one of those or possibly both of them. I also see making a top 8 here. Alekovic usually does put up when the chips are down. He's a former Fighters Duelist Federation champion for the West Coast. He can definitely get this shit done. For what he does with Blue Vegeta and Android 17, oh hell yeah. Let's see here. Last of the Starks. Starks is gonna have his hands full here.
Yeah, he is, man. Yeah, man. I've been seeing him a lot recently too. He's definitely gonna have a handful, especially with a lot of these cats in here, man. It's like it's not a lot of people so far, but there are some pretty good people.
There's 65 people here. No, I'm just going over the ones that I do know from either personal experience, from either having played with them or fought them, or that
Hmm.
I actually just are actually am familiar with the names. Let's see here. Green Onyx, don't know them. Ugly Mug,
Ugly
Kevlar.
mug.
That's the Kevlar. No, DRMs, don't know them. Ramagali, don't know him. Roxas. If that's the Roxas that I'm thinking of that used to be a Goku Black player, they might. That's a pretty tricky might, but they could turn up to do top 16 work here. JM Madbox, JF Lunch. Oh, Lunch, she's here. Okay. It's our Piccolo Roshi player. She could be a surprise ticket
Yo,
here.
Roshi is such a scary ass character.
He is, and I don't even know all the shit he can do.
Like yeah, man. Every time I fight a Roshi, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is happening.
Yup. All we're doing
Like I
is just
know
old man
that
sauce.
leap. I know the leap is like invul to stuff, not exactly what, but I know it's invul to stuff, and I know that you should not be trying to interact with Kamehameha.
That is correct.
I know you
At
should
least
not be trying to interact with that.
that part I know is just active that he can just vanish off of. Even if you got hit
Yeah.
briefly, there's enough hit stun where he can just vanish and confirm off of that and get a whole little combo off that because hit stun. Let's see here, Jurix, don't know them. Enzem.
Oh
Okay, hang
man, I
on. That
forgot
slipped under the.
about MZM, bro. Damn, I didn't know he joined.
Well, hang on, chat. Well, that shit slipped under the radar. Hang on. That's another possibility. Enzem could actually pull this shit out too. Because he's still doing tag shit. That dude went like balls to the wall with Sonic Fox in 2XKO. He still got the tag Mickey in him. He could still pull this shit out.
The tag Mickey in him. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know
So
MZM was there.
neither did I till I
I
was
could
looking up the
definitely
showdown
see,
ticket.
man. Because what did he join? He joined. I want to say it was like the last World Tour shit, and he like didn't practice at all. And he still like was second
Still
place or
topped.
some shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's spot. Let's look back over here. So Enzem, all right, probability. Lekovic or D'Angelo, possibility of a top 8. Starks, I believe, could get a top 8, but he's got a journey ahead of him. The Great Sayadud, possible.
Yo, Sayadud's also really dope. Sayadud's also really dope.
Zane, also very possible he could win this ticket. Yeah, that's it. So, oh, and KJ Pixel, I also believe could possibly win this ticket. So KJ, Zane, possible Alekovic or D'Angelo,
I would be so
and
unsurprised if
Enza.
KJ wins, man. I'm not gonna lie.
He's deserved. I believe if he does win it, I say he's deserved it because he
I
puts in
agree.
good work in order to really turn out for all these major offlines, so that way he can just build his case in the offing. So if he gets this, good on him. He earns this.
Yeah, that's our regional. Not our regional. Actually don't know where he's from, but that's like the Frieza player right now.
Yup. So I could definitely see it.
So another thing I wanted to ask you. I assume you're like an actual Dragon Ball fan as well. You don't have to be, but I kind of assume.
Yeah, yeah. Because before I came into fighters, I was like a really heavy Xenoverse player, and
Mm.
because it was something I did when I was just taking a break from playing Destiny. I just delved into Xenoverse lores. I love the lore. I love all the extra shit you can do over there, and I love the Dragon Ball IP.
Okay. So, are there any DLC characters? Because listen, everyone has been saying this. They have been marketing the game so much since I don't know, since a few months ago. They've just been dropping so much shit. They're like, look at the dramatic finishes. Look at this. Here's a random patch. They've been doing so much to not give us a new season. So, with that in mind, are there any characters that you would like to see for a new season? Because I believe, bro. I believe. I still believe.
I was thinking about that for weeks when I go to take a look at the announcements for everything they have for the Dragon Ball IP, not just for fighters, but for all the Dragon Ball IP. And so I'm just thinking there's a lot that I just feel like there's a lot of enrichment going on right now for Dragon Ball, that this is like a big opportunity that I don't think Bandai would just shit away.
Now, I do want to say before you go on that I also think it's weird that they chose now. Like this is so late in my opinion and really weird, especially with like Tokan coming out and all that. But I'm still here for it. I'm still here for it.
I say let them put the cards out on the table and see if they can still compete with the modern day giants. Go for it. They've
Fuck it.
proven that they've proven that bringing the IP back can definitely challenge all of them, because all of them are still in some hot water of their own accord, trying to
Hmm.
maintain their own thing. And then you have a past giant that has fought its battles to bring it to the end game, and
We
now
bought
we
the
have a
hype.
new end game. Yeah, it just brought the hype. Like the whole meme of my death was very highly mistaken. Yes, that is exactly what's going to happen again here.
So yeah, is there anybody you want to see for DLC possibly? You can give me three, four, five. I mean, shit. You let me know if
If I gotta
anybody's on your
think,
mind.
If I have to think, I would say if they're doing Daima Goku, I mean that's another Goku in the game, so that's
Indeed.
checkmate there.
We need a new
I
Vegeta
want to
then.
say if there's a new Vegeta, yeah, I was just thinking about that. If there was new Vegeta, I was thinking either SS4 Gogeta, SS4 Vegeta, or it could be, I guess, his God of Destruction variant if it's relevant by that time. Because I noticed that the timing for, say they do commit to this, and they do commit to the past, the timing for this also coincides to parallel the new Dragon Ball Patrol arc that's coming out, that's continuing the anime and the story based off of the manga presentation. So key characters of said story could also be relevant here if they time their cards right.
Hmm.
But if that's not taken into accord, then I see after Daimagoku, I see Shenron being a possible.
Shenron himself?
Yeah, why not? Have another GT for the one time.
Oh, Omega!
Yeah, Omega
Dog,
Shenron.
I was sitting here like, you want to play as Shenron? Now, I'm not like against it. Like, I thought you wanted to play as the dragon himself, like with the grants the wishes and shit. I'm like, that's a
Oh
little
no,
out the box, but that'd be kind of like, that'd be interesting at the very least.
that would, and that's why, because Omega Shenron has also been a fighter in a lot of numerous previous Dragon Ball games,
That's very
and I think
true.
An interesting concept for him would be like if he's the only character in the game where you do the auto combo, you don't get the Dragon Balls for it.
Okay, you're cooking.
That's one I would think that would be afterwards. A second one, I would say, fuck it, give me Beast Gohan.
Yes, 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 nigga, yes. Definitely need Beast Gohan.
For sure. And then past Beast Gohan, I would say. Pycon would be for the fandom.
Paycon would be
And
super dope.
that's what I'm thinking because they finally put him in Xenoverse after all these years of just having skins form in Xenoverse 1, Xenoverse 2. They just made him DLC character out of nowhere in
Okay,
Xenoverse 2. I was like, damn, that's actually pretty clean. But I say they could do it. Yeah, you know what? I'll commit to that. PyCon.
okay, I like it. I like it.
So after Daima, what did I say? I said Omega Shenron. I say
Super Saiyan
uh,
4.
Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Omega Shenron, and PyCon. 5 characters on the ticket.
Okay, I like that. So I'm gonna start with saying that I'm sorry. Did you want to say something else?
Not particularly for the character. I was gonna say cosmetic wise, I would like a new map to just add, and then they just add the hyperbolic time chamber because it's a map that that we've had as a mod for years. Why not just have it be a default map?
Oh yeah. Okay. We can definitely run that next. Matter of fact, because yes. But I think as far as DLC, I think that one, right, and this is gonna be a little out there, but stay with me now. Not Python. I'm sorry, General Tao,
Oh, we
right?
going back into the
I
day. Oh,
I don't know why we don't have an OG Dragon Ball representative. What? Hello? And I feel like he would be a great character for that. Like, I guess we have characters that have been there, right? We have because we have like Yamcha, Roshi, all those guys, but like just a
none
guy that was
actually
only in
from that
drag.
time.
Yeah. So I think Tao would be like a dope style of character. Maybe he doesn't. He also doesn't have a super dash. He'd have to have like I don't know if actually I don't remember if he could like fly and shit.
Not really, no, because in the old games, like if you look at Budokai and Budokai Tenkaichi, Tao was in 3 or 4 out of those 6 in the hierarchy for the Budokai Tenkaichi times. He couldn't fly back then. Him and Roshi were among some of the humans on the roster that couldn't fly. They can levitate, like you can put them in the air and then they fly around a little bit, but they can't stay levitating in the air. They little by little they actually go back to the ground. They don't stay in the air for long. So for him, I would imagine they would do something similar to Roshi, where he can't be in the air at all, or he can't super dash. But there's a mechanic that he has similar to the Master's Leap that covers a huge amount of a distance to a point. What Tao does is that he does like a little crane style poke to items around here, and then he chucks them into the air, and then he rides those pillars like something in the air, which is how it
Yeah, I
gives
remember
him
him
the
doing that shit with the
precipitation of flight.
log.
Yeah. So if they did that here to be like canonically accurate, it would be him basically throwing a log, or well, it's fighters. I mean, they can just whip something out of nowhere. You could just put a
Yeah.
he could just fly a log to one side of the screen all the way to the other one. Uh, you can't really get hit by the travel line. Question mark would be like one way you can look at it. If there's like wind or something that goes behind that, you can't really get hit by the wind because the wind could probably be a hitbox marker.
Hmm.
Or another version of Tao they could probably do is what the later
The
years thing
Mecha
where it
one.
was, yeah, the Mecha E thing where he could be like kind of like rush down based. Again, also can't really jump, but he would just be like it would vary on the damage that he could do, I think, because you also want to try and have the character be scaled correctly to modern day times because everybody else on the roster to a degree, but 1 or 2 people I think would genuinely be stronger than Tao.
Yeah, he can't come out like completely ass. Like he's got to be okay, and
That
even if
too.
he's completely ass, he got to be at least fun. Because if you're gonna make the character ass, you got to be at least fun.
That's
Like
what
you got
I'm
to pick
saying.
one.
Yeah, because if he's fun, being fun compensates for not being good. Like a good like Chad, a good example of a character like that was Ghostface in Mortal Kombat 1 because he's a really decent strike throw character, not great. There's others that can do that same setup way better than him, but he does that shit so fun. He makes it really fun doing strike throw shit because of different ways that you can set it up.
Okay, okay.
He,
I
he,
think
yeah, it's all about presentation. I'll go for it.
I think also another character that we definitely need. I'm gonna agree with you that where the fuck is Beast Gohan at, bro? How did Sparking, and I like Sparking, right? How did
Hmm.
Sparking get Beast Gohan before us? That should be illegal, bro. That should be illegal as fuck. Like,
I
like
agree.
that's insane.
But here's the counter. But here's the counter subject here. So with Sparking Zero is the spiritual successor of our Budokai Tenkaichi doodads. And how Budokai Tenkaichi works is it gives you everybody that is canonically relevant in the modern day Dragon Ball universe at that present time and space. And everything is also made to scale. So exactly how you think they're going to play, be they OD or ass or surprisingly mid with surprises, that's exactly how they're going to play. It literally writes itself. So it makes sense that they would drag drop an automatic, either as base roster or DLC, I don't know, you have to correct me if I'm wrong, a character that would be well liked, well versed, and accepted in that game, but you would not be able to put him in a structured fighting game that can well apply his usefulness and his kit without needing a mod.
Hmm. Okay, okay. I think I see what you're saying. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, they just thought he would sell more over there at the time than trying to bring him on to fighters when I'm almost positive it would have been the other way around to a degree.
Yeah, I think he definitely would have brought some hype. He would definitely brought a lot of hype if he would have came to fighters. But like, I guess I get it because at that point, Sparking was their new baby. That
Yeah,
was their new
and
baby.
you had to try and nurse that bad boy as much as possible, give it all the love and whatnot that it can, and then let it sit.
Also, I think if we're getting Super Saiyan 4 Diamond Goku, we should get Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Now, his moveset wouldn't be vastly different from probably like, I think he should play like similar ish to Super Saiyan Vegeta, but he also should play a little bit like Vegito. Like he did a lot of the hands, the arms crossed leg fighting that you can kind of now tell is definitely that Vegito shit. So I think he should have like just some like I think he should just be a saucier Super Saiyan Vegeta if that makes sense. Like he should just be like cooler in that
I
sense.
see what you're talking about. The only issue that I have with them putting in Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is are they trying to go for size? Like, or are they trying to go for perception? Because, like, I remember if there was a tall version of SS3 Vegeta. I remember there was the
Yes,
short
there
version,
was.
and I have an issue with them introducing another Munchkin character or another character with hitbox issues.
No, I don't want that. I want the adult one. They had an adult one
Okay, as long as they have
because
an adult
he ended
one.
up fighting Goma at the end of the show once they all got turned back into adults. I watched the show for this purpose, man. I literally watched the show for this purpose. I had to
Oh,
do
for
my
the
research.
details of inclusion.
Yes, and I wanted to know like how like Super Saiyan 4 would play. Like he's gonna have Ki Blast for sure. I think that's gonna be something that's majorly different from Gogeta. Because I was like, how are they gonna just drop another Super Saiyan 4 character? Like, what's gonna be different about him? But I think my last character that I would list is I feel like this is actually a tough one because there's a lot of Dragon Ball characters that we don't have in the game that we could have in the game. I
Mods have been helping it along so far in order to kind of fill in that necessity. So I will give the modders their credit.
I think my personal pick, bro, is we should get Gohan Absorb Boo. We should get
Gohan
Gohan
absorb.
Boo
I've heard that case a lot of the times. Would you mind elaborating on why?
because we have like the regular Majin Buu and we
Yeah.
have Kid Buu, but
Yeah.
we don't have another Buu, and I think that Buu like his threat level was like it was weird and then like it was high once we realized that he was actually like that. But once he broke apart, and we had the whole long spiel where he had to like fight Go Tanks and all this, and then he was absorbing people. Like she was showing a lot of stuff. He has a lot of techniques. He could literally just be like he could have like so many things from other fighters, and I think it would be cool for him to be in the game. Plus, honestly, he was just one of my favorite like villains growing up. So that's honestly my reason. Like him and Super Baby were like my two favorite Dragon Ball villains as a kid.
Okay, it's good reasoning. Yeah, because there's like Kid Buu, Fat Buu.
We don't have any Super Boos. I would
No,
take regular Super Boo and have him have the super where he fucking like explodes and just have it be like a fucking one hit KO, like a faster 21s or some shit, or like
that would work.
16,
That could work.
or like
Or
he
an
could have the
explosion
Vice
like
shout.
Majin Vegeta.
Yeah, or he could
Oh
have the
yeah, the
shout
Vice
that he
shout.
did. Like there's so much. I think there's so much to draw from when you think about Super Boo, and it's weird that he's not in the game yet. At least in my opinion.
No, it's a good take. That's a really good observation. I didn't really think about like that.
So as far as stages, obviously the hyperbolic time chamber because like duh. But before we get there, why the fuck don't we have more stages? Why has this game only had one stage the entire life? That's insane. That's crazy. Where are the stages at?
Um. Well, what do we got? Well, I mean, Cell Games is regular. Then South City, there's the three different stages of was it the destroy? Not Earth. The Rocky Fields.
Yeah, we got the noon and the morning one, I think, or
I
night or
believe so. Yeah,
something.
morning time, night time,
I'm just gonna look.
or close to, or sunset time. One of them. Yeah, you're right there. What is it? Then there's the moon. There's Planet Namek, and Planet Namek destroyed the Curse map.
Yep.
There's
The
was it
Land
that
of the
patrol,
Kais.
that Galaxy Arena? Oh yeah, the Land of the Kais.
Yeah, Galactic Arena is the one new stage we got, and it's not even a stage from Dragon Ball. I don't know what like it's just stats.
I'll give it its credit because I haven't even seen a map like that in Xenoverse. It's just the fact that it's just here. For what it's worth, I actually do like that map.
I
It
agree. I
doesn't
can agree with
generate
that.
it doesn't generate lag. It's just an honest variation of an arena map.
Okay, I respect that.
I
We
think what they
got
were trying to do with that one was to take the premise of like the world, what was it, the other world tournament, and then they did their own take on it.
mm-hmm.
That's what comes to mind when I look at that map sometimes. Because you remember during the world tournament when Goku fought Pycon in the afterlife, and you have like the whole thing that happened on I think what Grand Kai's arena that happened somewhere out in like
Okay,
outer space or some shit.
I
That's what
see
I
where
think
you're
that they took the
thinking.
inspiration from.
Okay, I get that. And then we got like the islands where I believe what Cell, not Cell. I want to say Piccolo and 17 fought. I think that's what islands is from.
Yes, yeah. I was just thinking about that for a second. 'Cause I was thinking, yeah, I was thinking why they didn't have King Kamehameha, not King Kamehameha, Roshi's place. They
Yeah,
didn't
we
have
don't even
Roshi's
have
place there,
Roshi's place,
but
man.
that
Kame
map,
House.
yeah, but they don't have Kami House. But that map is close enough because that map is very close to where Kami House is technically.
Nah, bro. I think Kame House with the little house and a little turtle in the background walking around and shit, maybe, and
That
some
would be top
beach and
tier.
some like that. That should be gas. I also
Yeah,
think we should get while you're at it, bro. We should have got King Kai's Planet. I think King Kai's Planet could still be a good map to have.
I believe so. Because I don't even think that they were. I don't even think the modders successfully modded it into the game yet that you could do in order to play King King Kai's world. I know you can do the Roshi's place, and I know you can do the hyperbolic, and like one or two other places that were either manga or Dragon Ball exclusive, but it's like very select places. But no, I haven't seen one for King Kai's planet yet.
I have two more maps I think I want.
Oh, lay it on me. What's up?
Okay, so the first one, okay, right, obviously, Tournament of Power. Tournament of Power, I feel like makes a lot of sense, just
That
because.
does.
And then this one's from Daima. If we could get like just the demon realm, like just any fight that they did in the demon realm, maybe the last final fight of the demon realm, I feel like it would make sense. It would probably look a little bit like Planet Namek, but obviously not exactly like that. But it would be like very like red, and they could have like the big palace in the background and shit. Like I think there's things they can do, they just aren't doing it.
That could also be done. That could also work because there's a couple of templates in Xenoverse in fighting in like a demon realm and whatnot that you can do from either the hyperbolic time missions or from the crystal raids. So they could do some shit just like that here. But the thing that I think that they're worrying about, depending upon how they do that or incorporate that ideology into the game's engine, is how the schematics will affect the background. Does it create base lag, or does it
Mm-hmm.
lag online, offline? Does it flare up after like a certain pixel rate? Like it depends on if they want to try and have it just be like base and it just looks like it's just like a cold time or a space. It looks like the cold of space, where it's just like you're looking at the night sky in the background, and you're on like a platform.
Mm-hmm.
Or do you want it to be like animated or whatnot in the background, like other maps that have like animations or whatnot going on in the background that may or may not generate small or large pockets of lag, or even none at all. There's a lot of detail that they got to try and incorporate with some of these. I do understand that that's probably tricky on some accords. Others, I don't think it's really that complicated. If modders were able to do it, I don't see how some base moderators in the development team couldn't do that better.
Mm-hmm. So is DBFZ a game that you think would benefit? Do you think it would benefit more from a complete like a DBFZ two, or do you think it would benefit more from what they did with Strive, like a 2.0? If we get another like, but like it's a huge patch, we fuck with some system mechanics, we take away Super Dash. I'm joking.
About to say
Maybe
it's an identity of the game.
we tweak Super Dash maybe a little bit, make it more accurate. We add aerial reflect. We add aerial reflect. Right. Okay. But yeah, the basis of my question is: do you think it would be better as a DBFZ two or a like a DBFZ 2.0? Speculation, of course.
So if I had to pick, I think it would benefit more from the 2.0 approach as opposed to needing a sequel. I'm trying to gather my words in order to figure out like how I want to approach this, because this is a very similar question in like a previous interview I had with Lord Knight, where I was talking about the differences between like does Strive 2.0 feel like it's a sequel in disguise, or is it an overhaul of the original launch ideology of the game but refreshed? Trying to think just between the. So what I want to do is, because they single the thing about the sequel and the 2.0 is because they single very different premises about what happens or what comes next. So like
Mm-hmm.
a sequel is the continuation where it builds directly on what came before. It's the same world, it's the same characters, or the evolved versions of it, and like some sense of the story or progression is ongoing. Fighters doesn't really have a story. It just drag drops you in the middle of a Build-A-Bear story, and it just happens to work because it introduces the main waifu of the game. Like I was gonna say, like a similar comparison to like a sequel in this case, I was going to say is probably like you can compare like Avengers Endgame following Infinity War, where it doesn't replace it, it just completes it and then it expands it.
Okay.
The 2.0 or version 2, if fighters had a 2.0, then it would be more like a rework or an upgrade where it keeps the core idea, but it significantly changes how it works, like systems or structures or presentations. It's often around like whatever like hindsight or base core feedback was given, that's to the totality. And if they've been listening now all of a sudden, then maybe then that could work. And then in games, I feel like this works almost like a soft or hard reset depending upon your perspective, or overhaul than a continuation.
Okay.
So, simpler terms, sequel is like what happens next. 2.0 is how can we improve or reinvent what is already here without needing to just put a new game. So,
I get.
calling something a sequel, like it does imply continuation of the same dynamics, while calling it 2.0 just fixing flaws and changing how players judge or remove issues that caused resentment in the first place. Like, look at how Strive 2.0 did this. Like, they took a whole mechanic that was very slowly just there in the game from its original purpose. They decided to just take that shit out of the game. That's something that's very, very rare in
Indeed.
development schematics, for them to completely remove a base implemented feature and mechanic in a video game and just take that shit out. That tells me that if Arxis or Bandai, or whichever one signed off on that, if a company in general can reverse a decision like that, which puts the game in a vastly better spot by removing something that was actually holding the game back from being in a better position, other games can make the same call. Granted, yes, that's not a call that is easy to make or easy to implement sometimes, but it can be done in order to tweak one small or big factor of a video game or IP or item's existence that
Hmm.
allows the betterment of its ongoing existence or struggle or influence to the grid. Which for fighters, I mean, you have like the argument of long-reaching normals. You have the argument of correcting super dash,
Yo,
or
full
at least
screen
not
normals
having
are
it look
fucking
so super.
insane, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That shit's crazy as fuck to me. That's
It
just crazy as fuck to
is.
me, bro. Like, what are we doing, man?
And every single one, like I hate that Khalil was right on that dumb shit. But it's like every single patch is like they low key kept doubling down on just
Hmm.
making it simpler for people to play the game when that's not what noobs need in order to get better at the game. All they need to do is just have the
Determination.
determination, and they just need to have the people that were already around or who are already growing or aspiring in the game help bring them up. That way, it helps establish a fundamental underlining game sense of what fighters is, or in that tone was, but what it is, and what the core principles of the game teach you, or that you can take away with you. Not just that it's another version of a Disneyland. But
Okay,
yeah,
I see what you're
long screen
saying.
normals was one, or what was another argument? They like the not so much super dash, but the sus way that super dash confirms, where it just do like them weird U turns sometimes, and it comes to you.
Bro, Super Dash is super BS sometimes, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Chat, it's its own mix now. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're facts, bro. Like, yeah, I've known someone was gonna do something, and I've like baited it, and they Super Dash, and the Super Dash goes like under and around, and hits me, and I'm like, bro, what are we talking about here?
Like for real, like it just like it does. Like I know that that's like a Dragon Ball E reaction, but it just you gotta hit this guy. Like you coming at me from the air. I do an anti-air move. You should get bopped. I shouldn't be getting bopped for doing the right play. Or you somehow do a 360 behind me and you land behind me and hit me with a low.
What the
Huh?
fuck, yo? I want a small interruption. I was watching a replay in the background. This
Hmm?
replay just turned into like bots fighting. It's not even what happened in the game. It, I'm so confused right now.
Damn.
It's like something totally different. Uh, Give us replay takeover for DBFZ. All right, I guess I'm not watching this shit. That was really
Oh,
weird.
you know what? That's a very niche, but a very well appreciated thing in its own
Mm-hmm.
right. That will do a lot because Under Night 2 incorporated that.
Mm-hmm.
Tekken,
Street Fighter,
the
I
newer
think, has it
Tekken
too. I
incorporated
think
that. Street Fighter incorporated that. Mortal
that shit's
Kombat just
beautiful.
incorporated replays, but it didn't incorporate replay takeover. So I'll say they met the battle halfway. But being able to actually go back into situations and then let it play out, and then you can actually take over and do things differently, does volumes on self evolution.
Mm-hmm.
Like whoever thought of that shit for this game for this generation, where a couple games are doing that, is a fucking
Shit's
genius.
fire. All right. So before we go, because I got a lot of editing to do because I want to put this out literally like tomorrow. I mean, the Master Showdown is right here, right? Before
Oh,
we
easy.
go, I do want to ask you one very simple Dragon Ball related question. You can even have two different answers. That is allowed here. What
Okay.
is your favorite Dragon Ball movie?
My favorite Dragon Ball movie has to be between The Tree of Might and
Mm,
between
shout out Turtles.
Fusion Reborn.
I am the one who will destroy you. Okay, okay, respect that.
Hmm. Yeah, the reason why I bring that up, chat, for for the Tree of Might is because it's a really good throwback to another time with power levels. The way they did all that stuff with the variations of Saiyans was just so beautifully implemented. I like the early hand drawn layout of how like Kaioken and different power up animations looked like back then. All the Z fighters got in on a really good turf war back then that was just so freaking clean. I just loved like how a lot of that went. But those two are my favorite movies
All
of
right,
the whole batch of 13 original movies.
yeah, because I didn't specify, but I low key wasn't talking about anything past Super, but also you kept it before Super, so like it doesn't really matter.
Oh, okay.
Um, so personally, I think mine would be between the history of Trunks because I feel like that was literally like a game changer movie wise. Like that movie was like that was one of the first I feel like canon movies to a series. Like they didn't nowadays a lot of anime series do that. Like the movie is like a continuation. But beforehand it was just a bunch of like random movies that weren't really important to the plot, but that shit was important to the plot and it was insane. Like it was that was a very like bleak movie, but it was also very good. It gave us future Gohan the GOAT. Like it was
Yep.
that was some
But
shit.
it did really good for itself. Some I know they put it because some look at it like a TV special, others see it as a movie. I see it as a really good movie that just fired on all cylinders. Same with Bardock, Father of Goku.
Yo, that was another
That
good
falls in the
one.
same gray area. I love the music. I love the approach and like how it just set up the tapestry of a lot of people's origin and set everything in motion that would happen by the time we get to Frieza's involvement in the story.
Hmm. And then I think my other one is that classic man when that man Goku said, "If I don't, who will?" You know, he pulled out that dragon punch and what is that? That's Wrath of the Dragon,
Oh,
man.
Wrath of the Dragon,
I
the
love
13th
Wrath
one.
of the Dragon, man.
Oh, that was beautiful.
We got the fake real
Harudagarn. You got,
Trunks, yes sir. We got the Trunks backstory.
mm-hmm.
We got Tapion,
Yeah,
bro. Tapion.
the hero of the sword, where
I
he
would love to
originally
see
got his sword from.
Tapion in fucking DBFZ Loki. I loved playing him in Sparking, but
They could make it happen. They made it a thing in Sparking Zero. They incorporated his moveset, I think, adequately well in Xenoverse, and I think it translated a little bit better in Sparking Zero, in my honest
yo, he's
opinion.
so fucking cool in Sparking, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like he's just super cool. He's just super cool in that game. And
Yeah.
that was a good movie, bro. That was another one of my and I have a lot of childhood bias here, but I don't care. Shit, like I
Oh,
love that movie,
okay.
bro. Like that was my shit.
I believe it. It was a good movie. It just the fact that it just gave you the origin of where Trunks' sword came from, and
Hmm.
it wasn't a write off. It was actually like a huge battle. Introduces a cool character with a cool background story with him. It's just it's top tier.
Yes, sir. And with that, I think I'm gonna close the video. And thanks again for joining me, Rodimus. It's always a great time, when we're chatting it up, bro.
Oh, always fish. I'm happy to have to sit here and delve into a lot of the tapestry that makes the games that we love what they are and what they can always be for the communities.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree. All right, let me